Did you know the richest man on the planet once drove his own interns around in a car that cost less than a used iPhone? No, seriously. Before the rockets, before the humanoid robots, before the trillion-dollar paydays, Elon Musk's very first car cost him $1,400. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which car in his garage is the true crown jewel, and the wild story of how he wrecked it without a single dollar of insurance. So stick around, because this list goes from a falling-apart BMW all the way up to one of the most valuable supercars on the planet. Number 8. The 1978 BMW 320i. In 1994, a 23-year-old Elon Musk paid just $1,400 for this used BMW 320i. It wasn't fast, it wasn't rare, it wasn't anything special at all by any normal car collector standard. In fact, it was so unremarkable that one of the wheels actually fell clean off while his own employees were driving it on a company errand. This was during Musk's very first venture, a software company called Zip2, which he co-founded with his brother Kimball. A few years later, Zip2 was acquired for $307 million, and Musk personally walked away with $22 million from his share. Not a bad return for a man who couldn't even keep his wheels attached. Number 7. The Ford Model T. This one wasn't even a purchase. It was a gift from a friend, and Musk has only ever briefly mentioned it. The Model T holds a legendary place in automotive history. Released in 1908 for just $850, it was the world's first car built on a moving assembly line, a process Henry Ford pioneered that completely transformed manufacturing forever. There's something almost poetic about it. The man trying to mass-produce the electric car of the future quietly owns the machine that mass-produced the gas-powered cars of the past. Number 6. The 1967 Jaguar E-Type Roadster. This is where it gets personal. At 17 years old, a teenage Musk was handed a book filled with photos of the world's greatest classic convertibles. He flipped through it and landed on one favorite, the Jaguar E-Type. He told himself that someday, if he could ever afford it, that would be the car he'd own. Years later, when Zip2 paid out his first real bonus check, $40,000, he didn't save a cent of it. He went straight out and bought the E-Type. Enzo Ferrari himself once called the E-Type the most beautiful car in the world. And it's easy to see why. Flowing curves, a long hood, an unmistakable silhouette. But Musk later admitted the car gave him nothing but trouble, comparing it to a bad girlfriend who kept breaking down on him and causing chaos wherever it went. Number 5. The original Tesla Roadster. This is the car that started everything for Tesla as a company. Built on the chassis of the Lotus Elise, the original Roadster was the first vehicle Tesla ever produced, and it proved to the entire auto industry that an electric car could actually be fast, fun, and desirable, not just a compliance vehicle nobody wanted. And in 2018, Musk did something no car company founder had ever done with one of their own products. He launched a Roadster into outer space. Strapped into the driver's seat was a mannequin in a spacesuit, nicknamed Starman, riding shotgun on board a SpaceX Falcon Heavy rocket. That Roadster is, right now, somewhere out past Mars, drifting in orbit around the sun. Quite possibly the most expensive publicity stunt in automotive history. Number 4. The Tesla Cybertruck. Love it or hate it, the angular stainless steel pickup has been one of the most talked about and divisive vehicles released in years. Musk drives one personally and has used it as a public stress test for the brand's engineering claims, most famously when Tesla's chief designer attempted to dent one of its panels with a sledgehammer live on stage during the reveal. Whatever you think of the styling, it's a vehicle that's impossible to ignore, which, knowing Musk, may have been the entire point. Number 3. The McLaren P1. A briefer chapter in the collection, but a telling one. The P1 sits alongside the LaFerrari and the Porsche 918 Spyder as part of what enthusiasts call the Holy Trinity of hybrid hypercars. 3 manufacturers, all racing to define the absolute peak of performance engineering at the exact same moment in time. Musk didn't hold on to the P1 for long, but its presence in his garage tells you exactly where his taste sits when money simply isn't a consideration. Right at the bleeding edge. Number 2. The Lotus Esprit, nicknamed Wet Nelly. Now we're getting into the real story. This isn't just any Lotus Esprit, this is the actual hero car from the 1976 James Bond film, The Spy Who Loved Me. the one that famously drives straight off a pier and transforms into a fully functioning submarine underwater. Lotus designed the Esprit with the company mantra, simplify, then add lightness, giving it a fiberglass body over a steel backbone chassis. The film made the car a piece of cinema history, and in 2013 this exact vehicle went up for auction with R.M. Sotheby's. Musk won the bidding war and took home Wet Nelly for $967,120. He's said publicly, more than once, that his real ambition is to convert it into an actual working submarine car, powered by a Tesla electric drivetrain. As of now, that project still hasn't happened, but if there's one billionaire on Earth who might genuinely pull off building a real-life Bond submarine, it's probably him. Number 1. The McLaren F1. This is the big one, the story that defines Musk's entire relationship with cars. After selling his stake in Zip2, Musk faced a decision that says everything about who he is. He could buy a house in Palo Alto, or he could buy a McLaren F1. He chose the car. He paid around $1 million for what was, at the time, the fastest production car ever built. A 3-seat V12-powered masterpiece with the driver positioned in the center, flanked by 2 passenger seats just behind. And Musk didn't treat it like a museum piece. He used it as his actual daily driver, racking up over 11,000 miles commuting between Silicon Valley and Los Angeles in a hypercar most owners would never even risk taking above 30 miles an hour. Then, in the year 2000, disaster struck. Musk was reportedly demonstrating the car's capabilities to early PayPal investor Peter Thiel when he lost control on Sand Hill Road in Silicon Valley and crashed it. Here's the part that makes this story almost unbelievable. The car wasn't insured. Musk had to absorb the entire cost of the repair completely out of pocket, with no payout, no safety net, nothing. He got it fixed, kept it for a few more years, and finally sold the McLaren F1 in 2007. At the time, that probably felt like closing a chapter. But here's the twist nobody could have predicted. McLaren F1 values have since gone absolutely stratospheric. Surviving examples from the same generation now regularly sell at auction for over $20 million. The car Musk used to commute to work in, the one he wrecked on Sand Hill Road, could be worth 20 times what he originally paid for it. So here's the real takeaway about Elon Musk's car collection. It was never really about flexing wealth or chasing rare auction trophies. It's more like a personal museum of his own life story. The $1,400 first car that proved he could fix anything. The dream car from a teenage daydream, an actual piece of James Bond movie history, and $1 million hypercar he genuinely drove like it was a beat-up Honda Civic. Compared to dedicated collectors like Rowan Atkinson, Musk's garage was never built around rarity or resale value. It's built around meaning, what each car represented at that exact point in his life and career. So let us know down in the comments. Which car in Elon Musk's collection surprised you the most? And if you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to hit subscribe to Drive Directive, because we've got a lot more billionaire and celebrity garages coming your way.